This is Bobby C. out at the Barclays Center, where we begin our look at sports with the new look LA Clippers, who are taking sharing is caring to a new level. The Brooklyn Nets have dropped 6 in a row, but Clippers head coach Doc Rivers sees some improvement here in Brooklyn.
The team executes, they play hard, they play together. I don't think people appreciate how hard that is when your team's not winning to get guys to play together. Most of the time, guys start looking at contracts, they get selfish, and it's all about numbers. Somehow Kenny has figured it out, like they still play together, and that's pretty impressive.
7 Clippers tonight in double-figure points for LA.
I think it's been great, man. Guys are super unselfish. You know, I was talking to Avery during the game. I said, with this much scoring on the team now, everybody's numbers will drop a little bit, and we have to be willing to sacrifice that to make the playoffs. You know what I mean? And you know, sometimes guys get caught up in their numbers, and you know, because they want to get paid and stuff like that. And I get it, but when you win, all that stuff comes. We just got to win games. So when you have multiple scoring threats, it's going to be someone's game every other night.
We're fighting for something big. You know, that's to get a seed in the playoffs and make that run. So you know, I think that's where our focus is. And also, too, it's a group of new guys, so we're still trying to understand each other, learn each other. But we just got to stay focused with it and understand that we got to go out and handle our business.
The Brooklyn Nets didn't fare much better in closing out the pre-All-Star break Wednesday night against Indiana at home. The Pacers edged the Nets 108-103. Brooklyn will get a much-needed break as the NBA is in L.A. this weekend for All-Star. The Nets return next Thursday in Charlotte against Bronx boy Kemba Walker and the Hornets. Valentine's night was even more crushing for the Orange and Blue. Talk about a real heartbreaker. Bradley Beal scored 36 points, and the Washington Wizards overcame a 27-point deficit to beat the slumping New York Knicks 118-113. Over the last 20 seasons, there were 7 games with bigger blown leads than the 27-point advantage the Knicks squandered on Wednesday night, per ESPN stats and information. Wednesday's loss was not the largest blown lead in franchise history, at least. Knicks head coach Jeff Hornacek again suggested that Frank Ntilikina, Emmanuel Mudiay, and Trey Burke will play more after the All-Star break. Asked about Ntilikina playing 11 minutes against the Wizards, Hornacek said he liked what veteran Jarrett Jack was doing with the starters, and Ntilikina isn't used to defending a player like Jody Meeks at shooting guard. On the ice, the New York Rangers got back to their winning ways last Friday night at home, topping Calgary 4-3. We go inside the locker room for more.
No, I mean, we got a little bit, we got some power play against us. I mean, it's obvious that they get some momentum after that, but I thought we defended well. We didn't give in that much, 5-on-5, and I think everyone who played today played with good character and heart, and it was a good win for us.
I mean, it was a dream those first couple shifts. After that, it was just hockey, so I had a great time, and it was a great atmosphere tonight, and glad we got the win.
Yeah, I mean, I think we haven't been playing as bad as our record showed. It's you know, I think we're just been on the wrong side of things. So we're going to keep trying to put 60-minute games together, and you know, this road trip's going to be a really good test. I think you know, there's no easy games, and this is definitely not an easy road trip. I think we're really looking forward to these challenges, and I think we're just really happy to be on the right side of this one tonight.
You know, we've been losing a lot of one-goal games, which means we're one play away, we're one save away, we're one goal away from getting points. Tonight we got that goal, and maybe we got that save in the end to keep the lead. So that's the difference a lot of times. 1 or 2 plays in the end, and big difference in the locker room afterwards.
Broadway Blue Shirts carried that win over to Sunday, a 3-1 victory against Winnipeg, but couldn't make it 3 straight and a 3-2 loss to Minnesota on Tuesday. But the big blow came Thursday night in Brooklyn, where the New York Islanders kept up their recent mastery of the crosstown rival Rangers with a 3-0 victory. Sadly, it's time for the Rangers to break things up. The Rangers will skate in Ottawa Saturday and return home for Philadelphia on Sunday. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. On the NFL gridiron, wide receiver great Larry Fitzgerald will return for his his 15th season with the Arizona Cardinals in 2018. But longtime Raiders kicker Sebastian Janikowski will not. The former #1 pick is out after 18 years with the Raiders. Back closer to home, the Jets are estimated to have the second most salary cap space this season and should have plenty of money to go after the top free agents. They are somewhere in the neighborhood of $73 million to date. New Jets offensive coordinator, he has a Kirk Cousins connection. Jeremy Bates used to coach under Mike Shanahan, and Cousins used to play for him. That common history could make for a better future in New York. Cousins would be an upgrade at quarterback for the Jets. The New York Football Giants don't have much money to spend, but enough to make things work. The Giants officially announced their coaching staff this week. New head coach Pat Shurmur noted new offensive coordinator Mike Shula has done an outstanding job developing and working with quarterbacks. Remains to be seen whether Big Blue goes after a QB in the draft, takes someone else at #2, or trades down to acquire multiple picks and perhaps revamp that really bad offensive line. Talk about a rejuvenated St. John's men's basketball team. Shamori Pons continued his remarkable run with 26 points and a career-high 10 assists, and St. John's continued its turnaround with a 77-76 win over DePaul on Wednesday night. Maybe I was wrong about Chris Mullen's group. Pons has certainly sparked the team and given naysayers reason to believe with March Madness just around the corner. The Winter Olympics in South Korea has been must-see TV. Shaun White won his 3rd gold medal this week and the 100th at that point for America in the Winter Games. However, on the heels of his Olympic gold medal winning run in South Korea on Wednesday, the snowboarder was immediately asked about sexual harassment allegations that were leveled against him in 2016, casting a shadow on the celebration. The 31-year-old at first tried to dismiss the claims as gossip, a word he later apologized for using. In golf, Tiger Woods shot a 1-over-par 72 in the first round of the Genesis Open on Thursday. His return to his hometown event for the first time in 12 years. He is scheduled to tee off today at noon. Second round. The Daytona 500 is Sunday. Danica Patrick might be garnering some of the headlines with her last 2 races on tap, but I would expect to see a Cup contender in victory lane. I'll take Kyle Busch to win Sunday in Daytona. Don't count out Martin Truex Jr. or Joey Logano either, but it would be nice to see Danica and some history in the 500. Speaking of historic careers, happy 46th birthday to Jaromir Jagr. He turned 46 Thursday. Jagr has likely played his last game in the NHL, but the future Hall of Famer entertained hockey fans across 24 seasons, playing an incredible 1,733 games. He played in the NHL until he was 46. Pretty impressive. Eat your heart out, Tom Brady. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some motivation for the Bronx Bombers. It's officially the first week of spring training, and Houston Astros ace Justin Verlander is already bringing the heat. No, we aren't talking about his velocity. We're talking about him making it clear that the Astros aren't a team to mess with this season. The MLB Network is all in on the New York Yankees. During a segment on MLB Network's High Heat Tuesday, Christopher Mad Dog Russo was talking about the Pinstripers just hours after Aaron Boone held his first news conference of the spring. Russo went over the potential lineups for the Yanks, stating there's no way you can't think that the Yankees are the team to beat in the American League, he said. Verlander took to social media, and he said he can think of a reason why. The defending champion Stros, the 34-year-old righty who was dealt from Detroit to Houston on September 1st of last year, went 5-0 with a 1.06 ERA in 5 regular season starts. The former Cy Young winner followed that up by going 4-1 with a 2.21 ERA in 6 postseason appearances, including 2 wins against the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. New Yankee skipper Aaron Boone and longtime veteran CC Sabathia agreed with Verlander's assessment, but said the club is back. I would agree. Justin, you and the Astros beat the Yanks in 7 games. Our team got better this offseason. We'll see you in October. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.